star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And checking out some numbers for Anthony Simons.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Garza in at center. And for Utah, they've got Walker Kessler. George is out there with Reed. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Markkanen in at small forward. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Here's Reed. Cracks in the tray.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And nice shot by Tatum, answering the 3 from the other end.
Here's Reed. And Utah another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Garza. Last time out he had 13 points. Yep, that one goes.
Well, there's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
Utah's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Jrue Holiday for Anthony Simons, a player almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Kevin, back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And White kicks to Tatum. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Tatum's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Boston. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. From outside the arc, yep, it's good. And another 3 from Reed. Reed's got 15.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's White. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. George passes to Reed. Fires the 3. And Utah another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks sheltered.
Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a 3. Tatum with another miss.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Coach, you and I were just talking about this the other day. We don't see many finished players in the NBA. I know Lowry is proud of that.
Well, he should be, Kevin, because he's not only a great player, but he's probably a role model for everybody in Finland and proving that you can come from anywhere now in the NBA and make yourself into a great player if you have both the skill and the desire to do so.
Boston making some changes. Tim Hauser's checked in for Derek White. And it's Simons in for Pritchard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Shot to stop the run. And it's finished off inside by Simon.
And Simon shows off that soft touch inside.
And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. After the three-pointer from Reed, here's Brown, just 5 to shoot. Here's Hauser. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Reed gets the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Celtics trail by 15. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Pass to Hauser. The screen from Brown. From deep. Hauser misses. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to Portland. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Celtics have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Outside Tatum.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's Utah with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great
And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
and how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Jazz leading by 17. And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
Hands it from downtown.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Utah making a change here. Martin's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
Here's Reed, and got it! Another basket.
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for fourth on the single-season 40-point game list.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Launches from deep. Reed misses. Celtics trail by 21. Pass to Hauser. Back to White. Here's Hauser. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Simons from outside. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Here's Reed. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Reed's got 45 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Pass to Pritchard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Puts up a deep three. And Utah, another 3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Jazz have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. And another one.
His elite offensive play has made its mark once again.
Now second overall in career 50-point game. He's got to be in the conversation for greatest of all time.
I mean, certainly Michael Jordan, the guy he just passed, is dead center in that ongoing conversation around who's the best ever.
Well, Simons is a sharpshooter. He wanted those 3 points back and went out and took them.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie Laporche on the sideline.
Thank you. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Kevin?
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Here's Keita. He's covered by Niang. Here's Simon. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Simons has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Fires the 3, and good! There's another.
And it's hard to even fathom, but he's coming up on the all-time mark for 60-point game.
It's stunning, absolutely stunning what he's achieved. A one-man offensive powerhouse. Reed misses. Boston's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. From the arc. And good! He hits it again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Jazz. They finish off the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Kings matchup, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Utah Jazz.
It starts with their rebounding. They're controlling the glass. That gives you those extra possessions.
Yeah, they're doing the dirty work, plain and simple.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, D.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
They've got Markkanen. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Reed. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. To win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Brown kicks to White. Tatum on the wing. And the dunk by Tatum.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
And here's Reed. Non-stop scoring machine here. Tries the spin move. Pass to Filipowski. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Jazz, another 3.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
From past the arc, another one goes. Incredible.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. It's White on the wing, defended by George. Here's Brown to the left wing. Pritchard with a wide-open look. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Reed. And Utah, another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
To the inside, here's Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 10 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Reed gets the bucket.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. But you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Stan, you and, well, your whole family, masters of defensive coaching. So, with that in mind, what makes a great defender?
Wow, that is a great question, Kevin, and a complicated one in a lot of ways. Number one, length and athletic ability really help you. Guys who can move their feet and have great length can cover up a lot of mistakes. But then there's the fundamentals and your ability to move your feet and great focus and determination.
Tatum passes to Brown. Simons from outside. Boston again missing. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 20-4 run right now. Jazz passing it around. Here's Collier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Garza banked in off the glass.
Proven once again that he's a team-first player. Tatum is all about finding his guys whenever he can. Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Outside, Simons. Three-pointer. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Nurkic the pass to Collier. Nurkic a screen on White. Back to Nurkic. Rebounded by the Celtics. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Simons from outside. And so it's Utah, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Celtics. Out on the wings for him, it'll be Simons and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center filling out the middle. Pass to Collier. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Boston shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Three-pointer, Simon. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. Three-pointer. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Pass to Hauser from downtown. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hauser's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Hendricks. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
From 11 feet away. Pass to Pritchard. Beyond the arc. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
Hits. Caught that one from Nurkic.
In the paint, Nurkic's height makes him such a challenge to defend. It's really easy for him to get that shot off in rhythm.
Queta, the pass to Brown. And it's Hauser in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. For the Jazz, George Niang, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Martin is in for Anderson. And the Celtics also making a change. Garza's checked in. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pritchard finds Brown. Back to Pritchard. Here's Garza. Pass to Brown. Tries it from 19. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Collier. Inside. Here's Niang. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
59 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jazz.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D.
And what stood out to me was his effort level defensively. Very active and aggressive, piling up the steals in addition to his overall floor game.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
MP, a number of all-time NBA greats, made their mark right off the bat in year one. But none have scored as many points in their rookie season as you have. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's special. This is important because it shows that I'm doing what it takes to be one of the greatest to ever do it. But as much as I put myself in this position, I gotta shout out my guys. They created this environment where I can thrive, you know what I mean? This is my record, but I'm representing for my teammates, the coaching staff, the scouting department, the front office, all of them. And I think together we're gonna do some really great things this year.
Can't wait, MP. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. So long and good night, everyone.